Good morning, everyone. We're just about to start our Beyond Definition presentation, so come on in, have a seat, and please join us. We'll look at Sony innovations in broadcast and production that include HD, 4K, HDR, and IP live production. And we'll look at new Sony products including cameras, monitor, recorder, lenses, storage, switchers, all sorts of really exciting stuff. And I can't wait to get started, so let's jump on in. Welcome to Sony's NAB 2016 exhibit. It's an exciting time for our industry. Broadcast and production never stop moving forward. New technology platforms, changing production requirements, more distribution outlets. Sony technologies are leading the way, helping professionals explore new areas of creativity to inspire emotional connections with their content. Sony engineering, design, and development is behind it all, allowing us to do what no other company can and helping professionals do what they do best. From HD to 4K to HDR to IP, Sony continues to lead in developing new workflows, providing the technology and tools to empower your creativity. Professionals need the best possible tools to ultimately deliver the best possible viewing experience for consumers. And Sony is responding with new products for the creation and delivery of 4K HDR over IP, workflows that support high-quality, low-cost production, and everything in between. This past year, we unveiled products our customers deemed critical and filled a clear need in the market. The BVM X300 mastering monitor for 4K and HDR. The HDC 4300, which quickly became the camera of choice for live sports and entertainment. The FS5 4K camcorder, built for emerging cinematographers for live sports and entertainment. And we're not stopping there. Sony is constantly adding new models and introducing updates. At NAB, we're showcasing our camcorders, cameras, monitors, switchers, storage, archiving, and wireless transmission for broadcast, production, sports, and more. So, let's start with cameras. Sony's camera lineup leaves no stone unturned, addressing every broadcast application, every production genre, at every budget level. It's a true family. Each model coexists and complements each other. Our ENG and broadcast cameras have evolved from MPEG to XAVC throughout the line. For production, Sony offers everything from the groundbreaking Alpha full-frame models to the widely used FS5 and FS7 camcorders to the high-end Cine Alta motion picture camera. Sony cameras are used by award-winning cinematographers, documentarians, sports producers, online creators, and more. Our cameras are popular for IMAX productions, especially the F55 with its extremely high resolution. Top bands are shooting their concerts in 4K. Many of these productions often mix models like F55s with our HDC 4300 studio camera. This combines a beautiful Super 35 filmic look with 2/3 inch lenses, fiber connectivity, seamless gen lock, and many other features. Sony F55 cameras are the top pick for OTT, chosen by Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu. Here, the driving force is 4K and high dynamic range. Sony is at the forefront of HDR, driving the best possible picture quality from our pro cameras into the home for an incredible viewing experience. A huge benefit of HDR display is a much wider color space. That's why it's critical to shoot with cameras like Sony's that capture high dynamic range with low noise and an enormous color palette. Sony's flagship 4K TV supports HDR, and you can see these sets right here in our NAB exhibit, just off to your right. Sony makes a number of HDR-ready professional products, notably our 4K cameras and our high-end OLED monitors. Last year at NAB, we rolled out our first 4K OLED master monitor, the BVM X300. Already, it's the reference standard for 4K and HDR grading. It's also making its way on set and into mobile trucks. Here, the end-to-end Sony workflow from the camera to the monitor is a huge benefit. All of the processing for HDR is done by the monitor. There's no need for any LUT correction before it hits the display. That's a huge advantage for on-set HDR monitoring. And in response to our customers' needs for more HDR tools at the highest level, here at NAB, we're unveiling our second HDR monitor, the PVM X550. It's perfect for client viewing. The new monitor's quad view display means you can have 4 completely independent signals coming into the monitor at the same time. You can also monitor HDR and SDR on the same monitor. These HDR monitors are the perfect complement to cameras like our F5 and F55, which are both 4K and HDR ready right out of the box. Each camera is widely used on just about every type of production, and we remain firmly committed to evolving the platform. We're continually enhancing them with firmware upgrades based on customer feedback. Our newest update is version 8, delivering enhanced XAVC support for professionals that need higher quality picture performance. Version 8 is also important for a significant new product in the Cine Alta family, the AXS R7 portable memory recorder for the F5 and the F55. The R7 is designed for the more demanding requirements of working in 2K and 4K RAW. The R7 does 4K at a continuous 120 frames per second in 16-bit RAW, full resolution with no line skipping. It supports up to 30 seconds cache recording in 4K RAW at 24p. Great for documentary or wildlife shooters who need to capture spontaneous action. We're also introducing new cards that double the speed of our existing media to 4.8 gigabits per second for sustained 120 frame RAW recording. Our firmware upgrade approach also extends to our compact professional camcorders, including the FS7 and FS5, and we're growing the line with new models like the Z150. Perfect for corporate or education work, it's an inexpensive, easy-to-use, full-featured 4K camcorder. And now we come to lenses, the new G-Master series. Until now, shooters had to choose between either high resolution or effects like a beautiful bokeh. You couldn't get both unless you spent a lot of money. Now, one lens series gives you the highest quality optics and at high speeds. G-Master is our commitment to high-end glass lenses that are sharper, more beautiful, affordable, and fit a wide range of our cameras that support E-mount lenses. Now, we've talked about shooting and creating beautiful pictures, but once your content is finalized, you need to store it for the long term. At NAB, we're unveiling Generation 2 of our optical disc archive. Already in use by broadcasters, sports organizations, corporations, schools, and production companies, this newest version doubles the transfer rate and doubles the capacity of a single cartridge to 3.3 terabytes. Our new high-capacity optical disc is the storage media for Gen 2. And Sony has also developed the world's first 8-channel optical drive. More speed and more storage, perfect for the increasingly demanding requirements of never-ending data, including 4K. It's a real solution for deep archive, nearline, online, and disaster recovery storage. Optical Disc Archive can also scale from the size of a standalone tabletop drive up to a library that supports petabytes of data. And support for this system is growing, with new customers in new markets evaluating and adopting it. It's clear that 4K and HDR are a reality. And when you combine 4K with IP, the possibilities are amazing. IP-based production systems are practical, flexible, and cost-effective. You can build an end-to-end live production system using COTS equipment like network switches without losing the proven efficiency of SDI. Sony is focused on our customers' needs as they transition to IP. we are building products today that will support any IP technology in the future. Sony's network media interface and our low latency video codec are key elements of our IP live production system, transmitting HD and UHD signals in real time over a network. These technologies are also at the heart of our third-party relationships. Our ongoing collaborations with companies like Imagine and Evertz is creating widespread IP interoperability. It's enabling workflows that allow video, audio, and metadata to be individual IP multicast streams. Sony is committed to working with industry partners to develop open, industry-wide IP workflows and standards. IP is also at the heart of many new technologies that you'll see in our NAB exhibit. And we have a new family of switchers, XVS. They're truly format independent and can handle any type of production or input, IP, SDI, 4K, or HD. These are powerful devices, made even stronger by their IP technology. We are also highlighting our IP-enabled X-Series control panel. It's based on standard TCP/IP connectivity to allow support for multi-operator productions. You can split the panel into multiple configurations, so 2 or 3 operators between control rooms or between cities can control the same XVS switcher. It can have a flat or curved interface, flexibility that TDs have asked for. Today, it's possible to build an end-to-end IP control room exclusively around Sony products, switchers, cameras, and servers. Customers can move from SDI to IP with support for 4K and HDR, all using Sony components. And with our alliances, we add interoperability and connectivity. Last year, we introduced the HDC 4300, the world's first studio camera to use 3 2/3-inch 4K sensors. It gave producers a familiar workflow, a bridge between HD and 4K live production, high frame rate, and great storytelling tools. This camera has been put to use on just about every high-profile live sports and entertainment production. This year, we're unveiling the next leap in Sony imaging. Ultra-high frame rate and dynamic center cut and zoom are the heart of live production. They allow modern sports producers to tell their stories and offer analysis in new ways only they can imagine. This is the HDC 4800, an ultra-high frame rate 4K live sports and entertainment system. It captures 8 times 4K and up to 16 times HD. And it works seamlessly within Sony's existing HDC family, including our large lens adapter and accessories. It ties together all the elements of our imaging technology: acquisition, networking, and storage. With its companion replay server, sports production teams now have a fully networked 4K live, ultra-high-speed production workflow. This system is on display in our exhibit, so stop by and check it out, as well as all the professional technologies that help tell Sony's beyond definition story. With Sony at NAB 2016, prepare to take the next leaps in technology, in 4K, in HDR, in storage, in IP, in transmission, in creativity.